Most people believe their new car will only break down early if something went wrong at the factory. But according to the data, factory defects only account for about 12% of all early mechanical failures. That means the remaining 88% of the blame is sitting behind the wheel. Yes, you. In this video, we're breaking down 15 stupid but incredibly common habits that destroy your car before it ever hits 60,000 miles. Some of these mistakes might only cost a few $100s to fix, while others can ruin your credit score. And at the end, I'll show you the dumbest mistake I've ever seen. One that totaled a car before it even reached 3,000 miles. Let's get started. Number 15. Warming up your car the wrong way in winter. When it's cold outside, most people turn on their car, let it idle for 5 or 10 minutes, then drive off. It feels like you're helping the car by warming it up. But in reality, you're doing real damage. When your engine idles in cold weather, fuel doesn't burn completely, which leaves residue on the cylinder walls and fouls your spark plugs. Worse, it leads to condensation inside the engine, which mixes with your oil and forms sludge. If you start revving the engine while it's still cold, before oil has fully reached the camshafts, bearings, or turbocharger, you're causing accelerated wear on critical components. The solution is simple. Idle for 30 to 60 seconds. Then drive moderately until the engine reaches optimal temperature. Baby your car for the first few minutes, and it'll reward you with a longer life. Number 14. Taking frequent short trips. You might think that quick trips to the store or school are no big deal, but if your car never reaches its full operating temperature, you're inviting long-term damage. Cold engines run rich, meaning more fuel and less oxygen, which leads to insufficient combustion and fuel seeping into your oil. Moisture also builds up in the crankcase and exhaust system, encouraging rust, sludge, and corrosion. And if your catalytic converter never gets hot enough, it can burn off pollutants, eventually leading to clogging or failure. The fix is to plan your errands in batches or take a longer route now and then. Your engine needs time, not distance, to heat up fully. Number 13. Lugging the engine. Lugging happens when you're not too high a gear for your speed, like cruising in 5th gear at 20 miles per hour. It makes your engine strain to move the car, which causes a destructive effect known as pinging or knocking. This is uncontrolled combustion, and it can cause damaged pistons, cylinder walls, and even bend connecting rods. It also starves the engine of oil pressure, further compounding the wear. If you drive a manual, listen to your car and shift down when needed. Driving it at low RPMs under heavy load is not efficient. It's deadly. Lugging is a silent killer that doesn't show up until your engine is halfway toast. Number 12. Resting your hand on the gear shifter. This might feel like a little harmless habit, especially if you drive manual. But resting your hand on the gear lever applies pressure to the transmission selector fork. Even slight pressure causes the fork to rub against the synchronizer collar, creating friction and heat that damages the internals of your gearbox. Over time, this leads to poor shifting, gears that stick, or even slipping into neutral while driving. These aren't minor issues. Rebuilding a transmission can cost thousands. The solution is as easy as keeping both hands on the wheel, unless you're actively shifting. It's not just safer, it also saves you thousands. Number 11. Leaving the car in park without the handbrake. When you shift your automatic car into park and walk away without using the handbrake, you're putting the entire weight of your vehicle on a tiny metal pin called the parking pawl. On a flat surface, this isn't too risky, but on any sort of incline, the force on that tiny part multiplies. If it breaks, your car can roll away even if it's in park. Insurance companies often classify this as driver negligence, and the damages won't be covered. The correct habit is simple. Use your handbrake first, then shift into park, always. It reduces the strain on your transmission and ensures your car stays put. Number 10. Overusing launch control. Launch control is a cool feature found in performance cars. It's designed to help you get the best 0 to 60 time by perfectly balancing throttle and traction. But it's meant for the track, not traffic lights. Each launch puts enormous stress on the clutch, transmission, axles, and drive shaft. Overuse can trigger limp mode, throw error codes, or even destroy your drivetrain. And yes, automakers log how often you use launch control. Abuse it, and you'll likely void your warranty. If you want your car to survive past 60,000 miles, keep launch control for rare occasions, not daily entertainment. Number 9. Using low-quality fuel. Just because it says regular unleaded doesn't mean all fuel is the same. Low-quality gas, especially from no-name or discount stations, often lacks the detergents and additives needed to keep your engine clean. Without these additives, carbon builds up faster on injectors, valves, and pistons. Over time, this reduces your fuel efficiency, causing rough idling and forces your car to work harder. Top-tier fuel is formulated to clean your engine while you drive. It's not just about octane. So, if you want a smooth, efficient, and long-lasting engine, spend a few extra cents per gallon. It's worth it. Number 8. Driving on low fuel constantly. Let's admit it, we've all done it, seeing how far past E we can go. But that's one of the worst things you can do for your fuel system. Your fuel pump sits inside the tank and relies on gasoline to cool and lubricate it. When the tank is nearly empty, the pump runs hotter, which shortens its lifespan dramatically. In some cases, it can overheat and fail, leaving you stranded and with a $500 plus repair bill. Plus, running low stirs up sediment at the bottom of your tank, clogging filters and injectors. Always aim to keep at least a quarter of a tank or half if you can. Number 7. Using the wrong oil viscosity. Oil isn't just oil. Your engine is engineered to work with a specific viscosity, like 0W20 or 5W30, that flows at the right rate for its internal tolerances. Using thicker oil, like 10W40, can cause slow flow and cold starts, starving key components of lubrication. Thinner oil than recommended might not provide enough protection at high temperatures. The wrong viscosity can mess with your variable valve timing, cause friction, and even overheat your engine. The consequences are warped heads, ruined bearings, and in extreme cases, a total engine failure. Stick to the exact oil grade your owner's manual calls for. No exceptions. Number 6. Using cheap aftermarket additives. The bottle says cleans engine, boosts performance, or saves fuel. But what's really in it? Many cheap additives sold at auto parts stores are untested and unsafe. Some are basically kerosene with dye. Others contain corrosive chemicals that damage seals and sensors. Mechanics know them as snake oil for a reason. Your car's manufacturer already adds the necessary detergents and friction modifiers to modern oil and fuel. Dumping random chemicals into your engine is like gambling with thousands of dollars. Unless it's from a trusted brand and approved for your car, skip the additives altogether. Number 5. Driving aggressively. Slamming the gas, hard braking, taking corners like you're in a rally is thrilling, but it's also tearing your car apart. Sudden acceleration and high-speed driving put enormous pressure on the engine, transmission, and suspension. Frequent hard braking overheats your rotors and chews through brake pads and calipers. Aggressive driving also shortens tire life and worsens fuel economy. Your motor mounts, bushings, and struts suffer, and even your transmission can get damaged. The fix? Drive like someone else paid for your brakes. Anticipate stops, accelerate smoothly, and you'll save thousands in repairs. Not to mention your own safety. Number 4. Using cheap jumper cables. Jump-starting a car sounds simple until it goes horribly wrong. Cheap cables with thin wire and poor insulation can overheat, melt, or even spark. Worse, connecting them backward, which happens more than you think, can destroy your ECU, airbags, alternator, or other electronic modules. Today's cars are packed with sensitive electronics. A bad jump can cause thousands in damage, sometimes more than the car is worth. Invest in a quality jumper cable set, or better yet, a lithium-ion jump pack with reverse polarity protection. One mistake shouldn't total your ride. Number 3. Overloading your vehicle. Your car isn't a moving truck, but you'd be surprised how many people treat it like one. Overloading your car puts excessive strain on the suspension, brakes, tires, and drivetrain. You'll wear out shocks, bend axles, blow struts, and increase your stopping distance significantly. Your tires are more likely to blow out under load, especially if the pressure isn't adjusted. And if you're towing more than your rated limit, you're risking transmission failure. Always check your gross vehicle weight rating, GVWR, and don't exceed it. You're not just risking your car, you're risking lives. Number 2. Using the wrong tire pressure. This is one of the most basic yet most ignored maintenance tasks. Driving with underinflated tires increases rolling resistance, which burns more fuel and heats up your tires. This heat can cause sidewall damage and blowouts. Overinflated tires, on the other hand, reduce your contact patch, leading to poor grip, longer stopping distances, and uneven tread wear. Both extremes shorten your tire life and impact suspension wear. Don't rely on what's printed on the tire itself. Check the sticker on your door jamb for the correct PSI. Check pressure monthly and before long trips. It's 5 minutes that could save your life. Number 1. Riding the clutch. If you drive stick, this one's for you. Resting your foot on the clutch pedal even slightly causes the clutch release bearing to touch the pressure plate. That contact builds heat and friction, wearing both parts prematurely. Eventually, the clutch will start slipping, the bearing will fail, and you'll be looking at a full clutch replacement, anywhere from $1,200 to $2,500. Worse, many warranty providers see this as a driver error, so you're stuck with the bill. Always take your foot fully off the clutch when you're not shifting. It's a habit that separates skilled drivers from expensive repairs. And now, the dumbest mistake I've ever seen. One that destroyed a car in under 3,000 miles. A driver bought a $29 performance chip from eBay, promising 30 horsepower and better mileage. They plugged it into the OBD2 port, revved the engine, and felt the thrill, until things went sideways. The chip advanced ignition timing, spiked turbo pressure, and altered fuel maps with no supporting hardware. Within weeks, the engine began knocking. Then it ceased. Cracked pistons, melted valves, head gasket blown. Final repair estimate, $9,700. The car was scrapped. The lesson is that if it sounds too good to be true, it'll probably destroy your engine. So, there you have it. 15 stupid habits that kill your car before it even gets to 60,000 miles. Some of these are easy to fix. Others will creep on you slowly until you're staring at a $5,000 bill. Be honest. How many of these habits are you guilty of? Drop your answer in the comments below. And if you learned something new today, do us a favor. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who thinks launch control is a personality trait. Until next time, drive smart and take care of your car. Thanks for watching.